Welcome, ladies and gents. My name is Curci, and today we're going to be taking Let's Plays in a little bit of a different direction. I want to try to use it to be a little bit more informative, trying to show you what it is that whatever game that we're going to be playing, tell you some of the features about it, how it's played, some of the benefits of it. Yeah, just going to be a lot more informative. So we're going to start this whole thing off with Alien Isolation. I really love this game. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit play game. And we're going to go into survivor mode, which is like the, extra thing you could do. It's not the campaign. So right now, this is probably the only negative I'm going to probably bring up for this game. But the basement is the only level that I can do. I wish that they were like more, or even if you like completed all the optional objectives, you could, unlock another level. That would probably be a cool thing that they would have put into the game. They did not though. But I'm really excited. Obviously, they're going to put out more because they wouldn't put select set if there wasn't like a set you could actually select. So we're going to go to the basement. The objective is to find your way up to the central elevator, restoring power on the way. And the optional objectives are collect 2 crew cards, delete the system data, and lock down the stairwell. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to launch this. Again, the only character that we have here is Amanda. So we're just going to go into this. Now, this game, it feels a lot like Dead Space, but it plays a lot like Outlast. And what I mean by that is the enemy, the alien on this level is the only enemy. It's very unscripted, It doesn't have a set path. So you can't study it and be like, all right, he's going to go there, and then he's going to turn this way. You don't know if he's going to leave the room, if he's going to come from the left, or if he's going to come from the right, when he's going to go into the vent, if he's going to come back down. So, you never really know what the alien is going to do. All right, so we're in this. All right, so we have a couple of things here. We have a flamethrower. This is the only weapon that will actually affect the alien. During the actual campaign, you can unlock a gun, you can unlock a shotgun, you can unlock a stun baton, or a stun rod. The flamethrower is the only thing that will affect the alien, and since the alien is the only thing on this level, this is the only thing that we can use right now. So we can actually craft a Molotov, and we can craft a noisemaker. A Molotov is exactly what it sounds like. It's a Molotov. And a noisemaker is, again, exactly what it sounds like. So, you throw it, and it will distract the alien. It can become pretty useful in certain areas. Now, if you look at the bottom left of the screen, you'll see, there's my health bar. You can obviously see the flamethrower ammo. But you can also see that there's like a battery thing. And the battery is actually this thing right here. That's my flashlight. So as I go through this, I can get batteries. As I use my flashlight, my battery obviously is going to drain, and it will become a problem. So over here, we have some things that we can use. So we have some compound B, we have a sensor, we have a flare. Flares also are pretty useful. Flares are useful in the sense that, you can throw them and they don't make noise. And throughout the game, one of the cool features, obviously we won't see it now because the alien will be in play once we go through that door that I'm looking at. But throughout the game, like if I pull out my motion tracker here, which is also really well done, it's the classic motion tracker from the films. Usually when you're like in an area, you'll see a bleep just like going really fast and you hear the alien in the vent. You can never really basically the alien is always a threat. The game never takes the threat away. And I think that's one of the cool things about it. So if I were to be like, okay, so here's my melee attack. If I were to do this, hold on. There we go. So if I were to do that, the alien would have heard it and would have jumped down. Right now we're in a safe area. This is probably the only safe area in the entire game, other than the start of the campaign. But if I were to make that sound, the alien would jump down. So in other words, if I were to throw out a noisemaker, the noisemaker would make sound, and then the alien would be in play. So every move you take, it's a calculated risk. The alien's not the only threat, which is how the flares are also a benefit, because if I wanted to distract, say, an android or another human, I could just throw the flare across the room. It won't make a sound, so the alien won't hear it, but they will still go to investigate. It also works on the alien once the alien is out. But, one of the cool things about this game, I'm going to keep talking while I go ahead and collect some of these other things. This here is flamethrower fuel. We'll actually reload that in a second. But everything you do in this game is a calculated risk. Do you make sound? Do you fire your gun? Well, the alien's going to hear that, and then it'll probably be in play, which will be an issue for you. But if, you sneak around and, you run the risk of getting spotted by the other enemies. So I really like how well this game was, you know, designed, and how well it just rolls over. So we have everything in this room. I'm going to show you some of the really, obviously if we hit this button, then we're going to be in play. The alien will be out there. But first, before I do that, if you look in the top right, you'll notice that those are our optional objectives: the crew cards, the system data, and the stairwell. There's also a number value over to the right of it. And that number value is actually a time limit. This is also something that, you know, I guess it kind of really plays into the sense of urgency. So when you're playing, you know, you're not just like hiding under a desk. You are essentially racing against time while you're hiding under the desk. So you're not just, it's not a waiting game. It's, you're frantically trying to avoid the alien. Obviously, I know where everything is. So we're going to hit this button real quick and actually get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here to the right, and I'm going to pull out my motion tracker. It looks like the alien's over there to the right. One of the other really cool things about this game, I'm going to lean real quick just so I can see it. There's the alien. So, of anything that they did right, the game got the alien so right. Oh crap. Okay, it's going to the right, which is bad because that's where we got to go. The motion tracker can help you, but it can also, again, everything is a calculated risk. By using the motion tracker, you're running the risk of the alien actually hearing it. So that's another really cool thing. There's a dead guy right here. We're going to search him real quick. We got some more equipment. I'm going to head inside this room, and then I'm going to hide under a desk. I think the alien is down that hallway somewhere. We just lost power, and power's back up. I just heard the... Where's the alien? See, this is the other thing too. It's just like, as you play through the game, you want to know where the alien is at all times. You don't want to not know where he is, and because he can jump into the vent and then all of a sudden he'll jump back down. So I want to hide under this desk real quick, and then I'm going to craft so I'm going to hit my left bumper here, and I'm going to add the components I need for the noisemaker, because the noisemaker might be pretty useful. Alright, I just heard the alien jump back up into the vent, so we have a little bit of room here to move around. So we're going to actually collect our first key card right here, and then I'm going to head over here to the left and go through this door. Again, keeping on it. Oh boy! Okay, so we're going to... Okay. Alright, so we just used our flamethrower, which obviously took up a lot of our, you know, fuel, but it did make the alien get scared away. So right here is where we would need to be to lock down this stairwell. So I'm going to use this. This is actually a hacking tool that you'll need to use very much throughout the game. This is one of, I think, a couple of mini games that you will encounter throughout the game. This is the one you'll encounter the most often. Alright, so now that's locked down. So we're going to actually head upstairs where we will be able to complete the other objectives in this game. Alright. I really like, you know, the way this game looks. I mean, like I said, it's not just because it's in space that makes it feel like Dead Space. A lot of the story is very, you know, how the story plays out. Well, then again, it's actually the same thing with Outlast 2, where you come into an area with a set objective, and then things just tend to happen. And then your objective just becomes to get out. So this is, like, I really like Ripley's character, which is, Ripley is the person you play as. It's actually the daughter of the Ripley from the movies. I really like her voice actress. She really captures the whole intensity very, very well. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to go over here to the right. It's very dark in here. Okay, I just heard the alien. There it is. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use this flip. Oh boy, it saw me. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no! Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you can't kill the alien. I don't know if I said that before or not, but you actually can't kill it. But also, the xenomorph has heightened senses. So normally, I wouldn't have been spotted if it was like a human or an android, but because the alien can see a lot better, it actually saw me, and that's why it blitzed me. And that's another really cool thing about the game also, is that, you know, throughout the game, you're going to see that you can hide under desks, as I demonstrated earlier. But if the alien is right next to, let's just say, for example, that I could actually hide underneath of this. Let's just pretend this is a table, and I could actually hide underneath of it. If the alien's right next to it like this, it won't see me. But if it's like all the way over here, maybe not all the way over here, but it's across the room, it can see under the table, and it will come after me. And I think that's one of the coolest things ever. And, you know, the AI is just really good in this game. I really enjoy how well that they've designed the AI in this game. So we're going to go ahead and craft this noisemaker because, again, it may be useful. Hopefully we can get a flare, which we will get. But let's just go ahead and get right off the bat with this. The flamethrower is not the only weapon in the game. Like, Ripley will get a gun and a shotgun and things. But I like that because, you know, in most horror games, the person you're playing as is pretty defenseless. You know, they don't have the means of, like, throwing a punch for whatever reason. Like in Outlast, you're pretty defenseless. In Amnesia, you're pretty defenseless. In Slender, you're pretty defenseless. You don't have any way of fighting back. Ripley's got some teeth. You know, she can do some damage. I mean, the enemies will be different kind of threat. Like, obviously the human, they will shoot at you, so they're a ranged enemy. Oh boy. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. You see the bleep. The alien was in the vents. I think it just came out of it. And it's going to come through that door. Sure, but hold up. Where'd it go? It went into the vent. Okay, we're good. You know, humans can shoot at you. Androids they can take some hits. The alien obviously can't get killed, so the only option for the alien is to just stay away from it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead over to this right here. Now, obviously, if you look over and to the right, you'll see my time ticking down. If the time ticks down all the way, you fail, obviously. But it doesn't fail the mission, because the main mission is to get out of this area. So if you fail one or even all of them, you still play in this mode. And the goal is to, up at the top of this, is a elevator that you have to access. But in order to access it, you have to restore the power, which is a generator. Which makes a lot of noise because, again, everything is a calculated risk. I just really like how well and how much they capture the fact that the alien is, number one, terrifying just because of the fact that you can't kill it. So the only option is to hide it, or hide from it. And then the entire time, you're basically hoping that it never sees you. Because obviously if it does, it's going to blitz you. And if you don't have any fire or any way of fighting it off, then you're pretty screwed. Because, you know, like we saw earlier, the alien shows no remorse. Alright, so I am deleting the system data right now. Oh boy. Okay, the alien just saw me. Did it go away? No, he's still here. Go away! I'm screwed. Yep, I'm screwed. Okay, well. An important thing to note about using your flamethrower, you probably want the flamethrower to actually reach the alien. I made a mistake if I fired it off too soon, and it caused the alien to stutter step, but it didn't make him go away because technically I really didn't hit him. So that was my bad. Alright, so we're going to try to speed run this real quick because I really just want to beat this level. But you can see, like, even a lot of people have been complaining, and I'll talk about this later, but a lot of people have been complaining that this game is totally hard. But I think that the game actually tricks people in that respect. Because, you know, we have the alien coming up right here on our right here. Because of the fact that, you know, the game recommends you play it on the hardest difficulty. And as you play it on the hardest difficulty, I imagine that, you know, it just becomes ungodly, you know, pretty cruel. Like, really just very, very difficult. And because of that, people want to put it back on medium. But the thing is, on medium, it's pretty easy to play through it. It's a very casual kind of play, but it's still challenging without being too hard. But also, there are levels later on in the game that are pretty frustrating. And I think that people play it on hard, encounter that frustrating thing all the way through, then they put it down on medium, and then encounter those later levels that are also pretty frustrating, and then it gives them the illusion that no matter what difficulty the game's on, the game's difficult. So, I played it on medium, and loved my experience playing through this game. So, I actually recommend the game be played on medium first, and then if you want a challenge, you go back and you play it on a lesser difficulty. Alright, so the alien... God, where is this thing? Okay. I did not know it was in the room with me. Okay, I hear it. I don't know where it is, but we're gonna... Okay, I just got stuck on that thing right there. I really enjoy, like, the scares in this game, because there's not many scripted scares. It's all, like, just like you saw, it's all unscripted stuff. So whenever I do get scared, it's always because, like, I don't know that the enemy's right behind me, and then I realize he's behind me, and I just say, like, the noise that comes out of my face hole is amazing when I get scared. Alright, so we're gonna go up here. I feel it. This is gonna be the run that I actually beat it. And then we will be done. Alright, so the alien might be in the vents right now. So the alien is in fact in the vents. Nope, no it's not. It's right there. If the alien was in the vents and I made a sound, it would jump down, which happens a lot. Like, you can get through certain areas in the game without, you know, there'll be like androids and stuff, but the alien will be in the vents. You can get through that entire level if you sneak and not encounter the alien once. But if you make a sound, like you shoot a gun or you melee the wall or something, then the alien will be in play, which is a bit of a problem. So I really like... Game was designed like that! Okay. Alright. Alright, we're good. We're good. I, again, did not know that the alien was right there. Okay, so our second crew card... Like, even sprinting is a risk. Okay, okay. I was gonna flamethrow him, but... Crap. That's what I mean, like, he probably could have seen me under the table. Alright, so I've completed all of my objectives. I've deleted the system data, locked down the stairwell, and I've collected 2 crew cards. Which means that the rest of the game, or the rest of this level, I should say, is not on a time limit. So, the generator... Okay, the alien has now jumped into the vent, so I'm gonna... Here's our generator. This is how we're going to activate the elevator and get out of here. Okay. So you can see that this obviously makes a lot of noise, which is a little bit of an issue. Alright, now by turning this on, it also makes the entire room get really dark. And the alien right... Oh boy. Oh god, it doesn't see me. Oh my god! That was insane. Oh boy. And that happens a lot. You know, there are several places where you can actually hide in this game. Like, you can hide in lockers. And then there's a mechanic where if an enemy is kind of... Maybe not literally. I mean, the alien kind of literally does it. But if they start sniffing around, then you gotta, like, hold your breath and lean back. And if you fail to do either one of those things, they will just... Okay, I'm going for it. Ooh, 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 ooh. If you fail to do any one of those things, they will just rip you from it. Okay, I've completed it. Alright, it took me 5 minutes. I got... My first completed run-through actually was a little bit better, but... Oh. But this game is so tense, and I really wish that by completing all the objectives, it would have unlocked, like, a new level for me to do that, because I would just keep going. But you can see, like, obviously the leaderboards... People just, like, sprint through these. I guess they just ignore the bonus objectives. But that was Alien Isolation. The review will be coming out very shortly. I highly recommend it to fans of the movies. Just play this game. Play it on medium first, and then if you want a little bit more difficult experience, go ahead and try it on hard if you want to get the achievements and everything. But play it on medium first. Do yourself a favor, and then go to hard. Because if you play it on hard, most likely it will become very frustrating. Then you go to medium and encounter those frustrating levels in the later game. Have a nice experience through the game. Love it. Enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.